Yo, yo, my sovereigns, what up? This is Boba Fett,
Bubba Fett, Bubba Fett, Bubba Fett.
uncensored on the internet, with episode 91 of Splinterlands 101. And what an episode today. Straight off the bat from the town hall, we've certainly got some interesting things to discuss. And joining us again, of course, the co-hosts of the show, finest gentleman who ever lived, Matt Clark.
Here's Matt Clark. He's one of the finest gentlemen that ever lived.
Howdy, howdy.
The man behind the Pouffet Poussey Geotrix.
And Pouffet Poussey.
Hey, hey.
Hey, what up?
You know, same old Splinterlands topics and business and new news to go over. Finally, I mean, there's something to go over.
Yeah, that's one thing with the town hall. It's like, yes, we've got something to talk about on the
True.
show. Yeah. So Matt,
Yeah.
what do you think? Are you selling up all your cards and buying an acreage somewhere for the next pandemic, or what's happening?
Yeah. I'm reminded of the, the Simpsons quote. Would you say it's time for our viewers to crack each other's heads open, feast on the goo inside? I for one welcome our new ant overlords. I've got lots of thoughts on it.
Crab people.
I got lots of thoughts on this. So I think ultimately, if, and I said this in Mavs, if Bitcoin had jumped 25% a month ago, Aggie would be revered forever. There'd be statues of him in the great Splinterlands halls. It's almost like we went in one heavy spending ride or die direction, and had it paid off, then we would have been laughing. Instead, now I guess we can heap all this blame. Rene Girard talks about mimetic theory, where there's a scapegoating mechanism where we have to say, okay, to keep our community as a whole, we have to work out who's responsible for the whatever, and then ostracize that person and banish and exile them. And I kind of feel like there's an element of that there. Not to say anybody specifically is acting like that, but I think that's just such a part of the human mindset, the human condition, that there's that there. So I think the other direction that we could have gone is we could have been very conservative when things boomed and not upgraded servers and not added a whole lot of support staff, not added marketing, and tried to keep costs low while everything was booming, and then lost momentum. If that wave had sustained, we could have easily lost momentum to 10 other Web3 games and no longer been the best and been left behind because we were too conservative. So it's easy to sit here doing some Monday morning quarterbacking and say, oh, Aggie did this wrong and he did that wrong. It's only with the benefit of hindsight that you can really make those calls. And this is a man who's dedicated 5 years of his life to this game. It's a man who's put in hours that I would not even contemplate putting in that level of commitment and drive and energy. And I think as much as it's easy to yell from the rooftops, hooray, ding dong, the witch is dead, our problem's solved now. That's a really, I think, ungrateful, short-sighted sort of mentality. And I look, in fairness, I haven't seen a lot of that, but it's always a risk. So the problem that we have is that when we have a lot of staff and a lot of, I guess, marketing to nobody, considering that things haven't been really turned around, and considering that there's not that many people in that looking in this direction at the moment, in the direction of Web3 gaming. When the dev team have not really put out the stuff that they've been expecting to on the timeline they've been expecting to, the marketing teams had nothing to sell. I mean, what do you hype up? You're going to run out of steam, right? You're just going to throw your money into more and more marketing, but you're marketing vaporware, promiseware that hasn't yet arrived. And so I think the marketing team did have a very difficult sort of almost uphill job, because the guys who were actually making the stuff haven't been able to make it as fast as they were anticipating. So again, another reason not to not to just sort of shovel it on the guys who are no longer with us. That said, having a big team means sell pressure, and a lot of, I had a guy ask me, oh, what did the team do with the money? They sold like 10 million Chaos Legion at $4 a pack, so they're sitting on $40 million. And I said, well, there's a bit more to it than that. So the team have honoured, say, Dark Energy crystals at the peg rate, and they certainly didn't get $40 million from selling 10 million packs at $4 each. It doesn't work that way with discounts and bulk buys and all of that type of, there's definitely a lot of money sloshing around, but it's not that kind of, absurd amounts. There's a lot of stuff that you're not sort of necessarily taking into account. So I think the problem that we have is that a big team means constant sell pressure, because these people, they need to be paid. They need to be paid fiat into their bank accounts. So the bigger the Splinterlands team is, the more they are just constantly, excessively selling, just all the time, persistent, constant. And that's not a problem when the token price is huge and they only have to sell a handful of tokens to pay the wages bill. It would be negligent of them not to have a big team in that case. But when things are low and have been low for a long time, and the team's still really, really big, and that sell pressure is putting downward price on the token, and nobody sees any relief in sight. And that's the problem, is we've seen that only a spike in the Bitcoin price can give us relief. And I think just waiting and hoping very powerlessly that big movers and shakers decide to pump the price, that's a very passive way to go about things. We'll just hope that happens before we run out of money. And so that doesn't inspire confidence. And I think that meant that a lot of people have been perhaps discreetly extracting. While there's still money in this ecosystem, I'll pull it out, I'll get it out. And so there's the sell pressure from the team to pay wages, but there's also the constant sell pressure from the punters, from the players, the investors going, yeah, okay, it's looking a little bit unstable here. I'll just take out another 20%. I'll just take out another 20%. And the way the prices work is you can have a couple of big sellers really push the price down, and then a few more people lose heart and they push the price down. And so much of it is based on sentiment and confidence. So I think getting the balance right, so that instead of paying a lot of money to the making promises team, we're paying money to the delivering on promises team. That's huge, right? That way we're looking at, okay, we've effectively, say, almost halved, for example, the wages bill, and we've lost a whole lot of marketing. Splinterlands TV's been dropped now, which leaves room for organic streamers, right? People who believe in the future of the game and don't need to be paid for it, and are just out there wanting to stream. And a few people have said, hey, look, I got high quality stuff on YouTube, but I'm not getting the views because a lot of people are just watching Splinterlands TV because these guys are just giving away cards. So I get why the marketing was done, but I almost feel like marketing to this environment can be counterproductive, because, and look, I don't have any sort of background in marketing. This is just my own observations, but the hot new club that isn't advertised anywhere and you've got to know somebody to get in, that's what people are clamoring for, right? That's what people are really up for. The one up on the big billboard spent all their money on marketing and spent half their budget on marketing. It's like, oh yeah, they really want us to go there. They've really paid the money for that. There's a level of cynicism that comes from that. But if someone taps you on the shoulder and says, hey, look, there's this project I'm involved in, they're doing no marketing, but they just keep growing, right? Get in now, right? Then it feels a lot more like you're not just some product. You're not the product being cajoled or coerced into or nagged into buying in, but you're a co-conspirator, right? You're one of those underground cyberpunk. It's a very different vibe, and I kind of feel like we should have maybe gone in that direction, where we find the people that are looking for us, right? The whole Trinity knocking on the door, follow the white rabbit. It shouldn't be in your face. If you want to know what the matrix is, you need to actually go to the place. You need to know the right combination, knock on the door to get in, to talk to the guy, slip him a 20, all of that. So I really feel like marketing might have been a mistake, and that if we'd just stuck with just building just building the game and letting whoever arrive, and letting whoever leave, and not throwing money at marketing it to a whole lot of people. I think that would have been a better option, because you can market to people. But I had a sit down the other day with a guy, a sort of a new friend, and he and I were chatting, and he's interested in crypto. He's engaged. He's keen. My laptop was here. His was right next to it, and I had an account. I got a heap of account creation tokens. I made him an account. Carburetor is his name, the account name, Carburetor. And so I got him the account. I said, okay, cool. Now we'll get you a spell book. So I sent him 10,000 dark energy crystals because I'm a $10 spell book. He couldn't use them because the spell book you need to buy with Hive or DAI or Ethereum, or there's all these outside currencies,
PayPal.
or you buy with credits or PayPal or swipe a credit card. But I thought, I'm here. I'm his mate. I've got the dark energy crystals here. I got SPS. I've even got Swap Hive. None of those things can you buy a spell book with. And so we ended up taking that dark energy crystals, and I've said, it was a learning experience for him. But we took the dark energy crystals, we drew them, sent them to Hive Engine, went to a swap pool, swapped them for swap.hive. Then we drew the Swap Hive into his account as Hive, and then used that to buy the Summoner's Spellbook. Even then, I got the exchange rate wrong, and we had to go and do it again with a little bit more to top him up to get enough Hive to buy the Summoner's Spellbook. And I'm like, okay, you are sitting hip to hip, laptop to laptop, with one of the bigger names in the game, a guy who's been completely involved and engaged in this game for 5 years. I've got plenty of money to get this job done, right? Plenty of stuff to get this, in-game assets and the like to get this, and it took us 15 minutes. And I think you can market as much as you like until you're blue in the face, and you can have 100,000 normies come and check it out every day. But if that's the experience, if that's what they actually get when they arrive, then we're going to lose 99% of them. It'll be only the most dedicated who will go through that experience, and even they will be left thinking, how many other people are going to be doing this? Right? Who else is going to be going through this? So I kind of feel like if rather than saying, hey everyone, we're going to advertise at a big Imagine Dragons concert, or we're going to do whatever else, if they had said, okay, our current player base, what do you need to bring your friends in? Right, let's just grow organically. What do you need? And then I would have put my hand up and said, we need to make it so that so there should be in the shop page, buy, gift to someone a spellbook. Bam, there you go. Send to his account name. He goes, click. Congratulations, you've got this Summoner's Spellbook sent to you by Matt Clark. Away we go.
So why are we in that situation? Is it an SEC thing, or is it an in-house thing with the spellbook? Ways that you can purchase a spellbook?
Well, it's not the spellbook isn't a currency. It's just another in-game asset. So there wouldn't be any concerns about buying it with whatever else. I can't see any legal reason for it. I think just the assumption's been when a new person arrives, they're not going to have any of the in-game currencies. So we'll give them the option to buy in with fiat, crypto, PayPal, or we'll give them the option to buy in with other currencies. Right, so even Hive, there's plenty of options out there on the page. There's the Brave Attention token and the like. But if you're being onboarded by a friend, which is really what they want, they're like, hey, tell your friends. And Matt was even saying this on the town hall. Look, if you want to help the game, play it, buy stuff, tell your friends, recruit your friends. It's all well and good, but there's a real difficulty there with actually getting somebody onboarded if you're side by side and you just want to get it done without him having to swipe a credit card or without him owning any, and that goes to a lot of stuff. Like I had some no coiners looking to invest some stuff and not play, but just buy and hold. And I said, well, Chaos Legion packs, then just go and buy these. But then even as they're buying credits, they're going, what's this bulk buy thing? I can get all these bulk bonus packs. I said, oh, you need vouchers. I've got plenty of vouchers. I'll send you vouchers. That was fine. That was easy and straightforward. But if they were just coming out of the blue and had no access to vouchers, what are the odds that they've got some other crypto that they can log into tribal decks and buy vouchers with? If they can't do that, and they just say, oh, I'll just buy them at $4 a pack and I won't worry about the bonus packs, that leaves that sour taste in your mouth. Like, could I have easily acquired? If I click around, I see the vouchers are worth like 8 cents or whatever. so easily could have added another 10 or 20 packs to my stack if I'd have just had some way of buying these vouchers. So there's a couple of disconnects there where we're lacking simplicity in the game, and hopefully we can sort of get back to the idea of build great stuff and invite your friends in a very sort of organic way. But overall, I'm bullish. I think this is a positive development for the company. I've seen a lot of people who are saying, look, I think this is a buy signal, because without that constant selling pressure of having a big team, without the concerns about the runway, we're not going to worry that Yabba's going to be selling constantly all the time just to hope things turn around. And things like this proposal, which I think is brilliant, 250k up front from the DAO for Splinterlands to actually develop and sell Rebellion, and then half of the money earned by Rebellion goes back into the DAO. That's brilliant, because that puts a bomb under the price of SPS, which is obviously what we need. Is moves the needle up there, because now the DAO is your SPS puts you in charge of something that's more valuable now. And it also means that Splinterlands, the company, is foregoing quite a lot of revenue there, I would imagine, because they're losing. I mean, if they made $10 million off, assuming they were going to make $10 million off Rebellion, right? Instead, they only make 5, plus the $250,000 that they.
250 million up front though from the DAO.
250k, yeah. So what's happening then is Splinterlands is saying we'll take that money now, but in longer term it's going to cost us. It's going to cost us, the company, but it's going to deliver to the individuals in the company are SPS holders too, right? So Agrod, for example, right, he might not be getting paid by Splinterlands Incorporated. He might love this idea, because he'd be saying, okay, well, my SPS now is controlling a DAO that has an extra $4.75 million in it, or $5 million in it, that wasn't going to be there anyway, wasn't going to be there before. If going on the original plan, he might be sitting there thinking, hey, this is great, this is really, really good. So I kind of feel like imagine if a private investor came along and said, hey, Splinterlands, I'll pay you 250k and you give me half of everything you make off Rebellion. That's a massive deal. That would be a huge deal, and they would rightly turn him down. But this isn't an investor. It's going into the DAO, which we all control depending on how much SPS we hold. So I like that a lot, and I love the direction that Matt's thinking in. And I think this change has put a full stop under a whole lot of the hesitation, because people first off don't want to lose money. That's their main thing. I don't want to lose. I'm more interested in not losing than I am in winning, necessarily, that loss aversion. And I think for too long now, people have been thinking, okay, when's the next bad news going to drop? So this is putting a full stop under that, drawing a line under it and saying, no, we've massively culled the team, and we've got it down to a far more manageable size. And now it's just the devs that are just hungering to build just the game and peel off the other stuff, the GLS and the Invenium tribal decks, even, I'm assuming, peel all that off, and then it'll just be Splinterlands and Tower Defense.
Having identified this shortfall in onboarding, while we're in this situation, before that is addressed at some point down the track, why don't we make a 5 to 10 minute onboarding video that can literally be used as a tool? So when you're in that situation that you described, you just click on the YouTube link, and in 5 to 10 minutes, we present multiple ways to onboard. Okay, do you have any crypto? No. Okay, jump to time index this. Do you have crypto? Yes. Jump to this time index. Do you have a PayPal account? Yes, no. Do you have Hive? Yes, no. And because everyone is going to have something. They're either going to have a PayPal, they're going to have a credit card, they're going to have some in-game assets already. Although that's probably, because people come from, I was on Hot or Steam originally before I went into Splinterlands. So I had in-game or not in-game assets, but blockchain assets. But not everyone is going to. And I imagine a lot of people who are becoming interested in the Web3 space, they're going to have some crypto assets. But like you mentioned, the vouchers, like, oh, if only I'd known about the vouchers, I could have. So within 5 to 10 minutes, just as a tool, an onboarding video, that should be easy enough to do.
Like anything, if you're too narrow in your scope, then it's only going to be a niche audience, and if you're too broad, there's going to be a whole lot of content that won't be applicable for most people. So it's difficult, I guess, as particularly as, with, and this is where Aggie and Weirdbeard have said for a while, with the pace of development. You make a video now, and within a month it's outdated because two or three things have changed. Of course, that was back when things were changing.
Yeah, but I mean, we could do that. We could make a video for now. 5 to 10 minute video would be so easy, and then when it does change, we'll just make another video.
Yeah, it's not difficult. I guess the only thing is we need to, if we're talking about buying a Summoner spellbook, then we'll just need to start a new account, spin up an alt, and to get the recording of that, because all of the screens change when you're buying the Summoner spellbook if you don't already have it. But I would love just the opportunity to say, if Splinterlands gave us the opportunity to just buy a Summoner spellbook and gift it to somebody,
we could gift it. Yeah, that would be perfect.
Yeah.
I agree.
And it can be to an account or to an email address. So okay, here's I've spent my 10,000 deck or however many SPS or whatever it is to buy a Summoner spellbook, and that says, what email address would you like us to send the invitation to? They get the invitation, they click it says, you've got a Summoner spellbook, you've been invited to Splinterlands by this person. Here it is, choose your username, bam, here's all your keys, here's your login, here's what you need. Download Hive keychain, it's all there in the email, and then they can just simply log in and start playing and earning off the back of that. That would be my preference. And I think that if that was all we had, because then I could just throw it on Facebook and go, hey, who's down to try this game? I'm happy to just give you a spellbook with $10, and then you can start earning and playing, and I might get 10 responses on Facebook. All right, cool. I've spent $100 on spellbooks now. 10 emails have gone out, and these 10 people all, maybe it defaults to my affiliate link, for example. So these 10 people now are, I'm holding their hands and delegate your creeping ooze, so you've got something to, all of that stuff. It just feels like our entire marketing didn't bring in the people, and I think it's because the people weren't looking for the projects. They're not out there. What we need to be doing is, rather than trying to get normies to say, oh, Web3 gaming, that sounds interesting, they don't understand why crypto is important. What we need to be doing is looking at the crypto people who are looking for a good game, and then helping them by pulling alongside in Discord servers or in real life, and that one-on-one, I think, hand-holding.
I couldn't agree more. I think while the game builds and while all the attention is on making the game better, we have to be the ones who tell our friends and help them. We got to be the marketers, right? I think we got to do that part until the game is able to be marketed. Don't know when, but when it is, you can literally make it in-game. You can rework the whole in-game tutorial and even have like voice actors over step by step into like what's happening and make it mystical and like like the arrow pointing here, or like a magical fireball shooting to there, and like like you can make it more interesting than just like a YouTube video. You know what I mean? I think it could be like all in game when the time comes and when it's ready for it to do that. But for now, what you said, Matt, 100%, it has to be like us who show that person, or who directs that
Amway
person.
approach. I mean, no one goes online and says, oh, I want to join Amway. How do I do that? And start looking for Amway. No, it's someone who's in Amway who taps you on the shoulder and says, hey, look, are you looking for a business opportunity? I've got something you might be interested in.
Yeah.
And I'll guide you, I'll hold your hand the whole way. I mean, just thinking out loud, okay, on land you can find fragments of totems. Why not find pages of Summoner spellbooks as well? right? So, oh, you've found a fraction of a totem, and you found 2 pages of a summoner's spellbook. Another 8 pages, and you've got a spellbook that you'll be able to give to whoever you like.
Ah,
Great
Bon
idea.
Right? And
appetit.
then now we're actually, and again, if they're short on account creation tokens during the boom, they could maybe wind that down a bit, or if they really want to do a recruiting drive, they could amp up the percentage chance of that happening. But ultimately, then I'm getting something that is valuable to my friends, but not necessarily to me. Particularly when we're talking about everything else that's meant that multi-accounting is discouraged by all of the different anti-botting measures and the like. Like, if that's the direction we're going, let's embrace that. And it's not just a case of, oh, well, I've got 20 spell books, I'm going to spin up 20 alts. But realistically, what are you going to do with 20 alts now if botting and all of that's banned? Okay, well, I'll just actually genuinely give them to real life people. Things like that are just like, let's go in that direction.
Couldn't agree more.
So what's another takeaway from the town hall? I mean, obviously, I think it's exciting that, I mean, having had Yavmat on the show before, it's like he's always seemed to be in the background or has the second highest voice. I'm like super excited that he's steering the ship. But yeah, what's some other takeaways people have had from the town hall?
I like that Yabba is very much guided by principles of tokenomics, right? So he gets tokenomics, and I feel like he's I'm making some assumptions here, but I feel like he's the one who will tell the community, no, it needs to be this way, and we'll all go, oh, okay, all right, no worries. Whereas I feel like Aggie was very much, okay, let's get the community's temperature. We'll do our whatever the community liaison program, where different people are elected to be community representatives, to then take their ideas to the team, to then, and I think there's too much. You can do too much consultation, right? You do too much. What does everybody think? And most of the time, we're happier if there's one person who just says, okay, everyone, we're going that way. I'm out front, we're going that way. And over the next year, we're going to be there. Not we're going to try and maybe do this and this and maybe this, depending on what the community wants. And it's funny because Yabba's all about the DAO and putting decisions back to the DAO. But it's a very different mindset, because he's always been the one talking about putting decisions back to the DAO, whereas Aggie's always been, well, let's just see what the community vibe is, and that's very wishy-washy. Whereas I feel like if you're putting things back to the DAO, that's about who has the stake and how badly do they want this thing. I don't know. I feel like Yabba's got that clarity of purpose and direction. I keep coming back. When they announced Tower Defense, I was thinking there's this game called Gemcraft, and it's a series of games. And as far as I know, it's just one guy. And he put it up on, I can't think of the different like flash game sites. Gemcraft Chapter 0, Gemcraft Chasing Shadows. And these tower defense games I've devoted so much of my time to, and they are just so exquisite. The gameplay, the balance, everything is just lovely. And I'm thinking, this is just one guy who loves it so much that he's just made it his thing. As far as I know, he wasn't really making any money off it. I think he's got it on Steam now. The latest one is Frozen something or other. And they're a fantastic series of games. But it's just one guy, and I'm thinking, man, where's that hunger here? Instead we've got these teams of 20 guys who sort of fiddle around, and I keep coming back to the idea of, if you pay me to find Wally or Waldo for our US audiences, if you pay me $1 million a year, I'm never going to find him, right? Now I'm gonna spend some of that money on expensive microscopes and glasses, and you're going to see me looking for him really, really hard. But at $1 million a year, I'm never going to find him, right? And so I kind of feel like there's an element of that there where we need to get a small, hungry team who just goes, I just want to do this. And I think if we even move to a situation where team members are paid in SPS, then it's really in their best interest that SPS is valuable. If we can move away from players getting SPS returns that are auto staked, and instead we said team members are only getting SPS rewards, but they're auto staked for 2 years, like the original Steam staking period was 2 years, then we might find that there's a lot more interest in getting things out and kicking goals and actually, showing that hunger and enthusiasm to rather than just holding another meeting where we all sit around and have tea and scones and work out what our direction is for this week. Instead, it's like, the rubber hits the road, let's get this done because we want to keep the SPS price nice and high, because 2 years down the track, we don't want it to be nothing when we cash out, the majority of our wages. So I kind of feel like the staff should be the ones with the long-term time horizon, and the investors should be the ones who can cash out whenever they like.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Matt Clark for president.
I'm not running.
I
Actually,
heard something.
we've had a win here in the state of Victoria. Our COVID period dictator has resigned, so we imagine he's jumping the gun after having put the state tens of billions of dollars into debt. Yeah, he's gone.
How
Crazy.
about the next one, Bob? Will that one do the same thing and worse? Like, you know what I mean? So
Well, it could be
you
like
can
the
never
federal
know.
government. We get a commercial banker
Yeah.
in or something like that. But I'm
You
off
can
in
never know.
January to Mexico, so I'm getting out while I can. I just hope that these changes that my because I've put a lot of my savings into SPS at 2.2 cents. I don't need to take it out to get to Mexico, but it'd be nice if it can go up so I can take that back out again, because it's not part of my winning stakings. I actually took it out of my fiat savings account, put it into SPS, hoping for a little bit of a increase. It'd be nice if that can happen while I'm in Mexico. Yeah.
I heard something interesting. It's about Splinterlands. They
Yeah.
said Matt for the bear and aggro for the bull. Because of how hype aggro is, right? Like, he's someone that you do want around in the bull run. Like, he can drive that to the next level. He's got that charisma. He really does. Where Matt's real sensible and conservative, where it makes sense to be in the bear, right? So yeah, no, I forgot who said that, but I like that. I thought that was very fitting for the both of
Yeah.
them. They're
That in
like on
Mavs?
opposite ends.
You're not sure?
I don't know. Yeah, no
Yeah.
idea. But I like
Aggie's
it.
the ringmaster, right? He's there with
Yes.
the top hat, and whereas Matt's always been the stage manager. He's running around, changing sets and moving scenery in the background and making sure that the show actually goes on.
Love
And
it.
it's a great partnership, but I do feel like recently there's been tension there between them, and I think
Noticeably.
and I kind of feel like Yabba, without having to negotiate everything with Aggie, I think that's where we get this is how we'll get the best out of Yabba, is giving him all of that responsibility and authority, because it means that he's less worried about negotiating and navigating with people and more about just delivering. And it also puts him in the spotlight too. It puts him on his absolute best behavior, where he's been sort of, well, this is just an academic exercise, and I'll kind of, Aggie's the front man. Now it puts him in the spotlight, and kind of, not to say that he hasn't done the right thing, but I guess what I'm saying is he's now got that responsibility of knowing there's no one else to blame. If things go pear-shaped, it's all me now.
Interesting.
And that's it's a good way to, you're going to get further if you're not fighting with somebody else over the steering wheel, right? You just need one guy in the driver's seat.
Too many cooks in the kitchen spoil the broth, huh?
Exactly.
But many hands make light work.
But this is more like a brain brain thing. Like
Yeah.
people attacking it. This is not got nothing to do with hands. I mean, if we all had hands, they'd all be devs, right? But there's only a few of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can all shovel the same latrine, but we can't all paint the same masterpiece. It depends what you.
Mm.
Yeah, whether you're working with your mind or your hands, those analogies. I'm positive about the future of the game. I think in the short term there might be a little bit of rough waters, but long term, I just really feel like what happened had to happen, and I think a lot of people are now less worried that they're going to lose their shirt by buying in. With the card prices at the moment, you look at it and think, well, if I'm buying these cards at this price, what are the odds they go down from here, right?
And all the storms that we've weathered so far, all the stories, all the debacles that have happened in this space, it's like, who's phased anymore? Like, how have people still got energy to react to such like this? I don't get it.
Yeah, and look, when things turn around, and they do, they will. There'll be some flashy AAA studios who say, "Oh, here's our new game, and it's going to be polished and delicious." Then people look at it and say, "Well, that's before I entrust my money to this thing. Is this some sort of a Ponzi, short-term, fly-by-night pyramid going to collapse? Pull my money out before it does." You know what? That's great, and it looks very shiny. But I'm going to go over here to this project that has been around for 5 years. There's something to be said about a project that's survived and thrived for 5 years.
Who
Yep.
survived adversity through
Clearly,
adversity.
clearly the tokenomics work, right?
Yeah,
You can't fake it for 5 years.
absolutely.
So when does the bull run start?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, hopefully they're not saying this project's been around for 9 years. The start of the next bull run. They want that to be 4 years from now.
I maybe say
But
next
it's
year.
really, it's not up to us. We just need to sit and wait and grow sideways in the meantime. In this bear, you guys have stocked up on land, right? You've stocked up on cards. We've gone further into even our show here, right? Like how many episodes were it? 94 or something ridiculous now?
91.
What episode
This is
is
91.
91. Okay.
Yeah.
So somebody new arrives because the game goes massive, and then some attractive Hollywood people with nice white teeth come on, and we're going to do a show now. It's like, well, we've got extra momentum. All of this time is just when the little guys have an opportunity to build momentum and actually burrow in deep. And use it or don't use it. But yeah, exactly. Burrow in like a tick, like 1,000 ticks, and that's where when it was bullish and everything was going up, I rather than cashing out, I just sort of went sideways, spread out over more area, and so you things get small. But next time we got a bull run, I'm not just big here, I'm big there and big there and big there and big there, everywhere, and then all of a sudden. Things turn around and this mighty forest that's grown up because you spread out sideways when things were good, and then shot up again on the next cycle. So,
And for you, it
I'm very
literally
positive.
is forest.
Yeah,
The forest meister, the wood meister.
But that's just it, I guess, because we know, well, how awesome this all is. It'd be nice to get a real head start before, because in the bull run last time, and how even like the big developers in the game devs or like AAA titles, they're talking about like implementing NFTs and all that, but now that things are bad, they're like, oh no, let's get rid of this. Oh, and everyone's trashing it. But you just wait till the sentiment to change again, and they're going to be on that same bullshit train again. Just trying to milk it when the whole thing's hot, when the topic of NFTs and Web3 is like up in the air again, right? It's like sky high. And yeah, I'd like for us just to build before that, again, right? Just to get that nice head start, because there's no better time to build than now.
All right. So what's anyone else got any pressing issues from the town hall, or any ideas or epiphanies, or should we battle?
Let's battle.
Yeah, I'm kind of champing at the bit to battle. Let's do it.
All right. So who's going to go first?
I don't mind.
I'm just going to sit back and wait for challenges tonight. So you guys just send them my way.
All right. How
Right.
about
Or
I'll
why
send
don't we
Matt one
stick
then.
with the winner holds the place,
All right.
and
All right.
we'll just keep playing the winner.
Sounds good.
All right.
I'll send one to Matt then.
Okay.
Yep. I have sent.
You.
Yeah. Let me know when you accept.
All right.
Oh, damn.
I've accepted. So 43
43.
mana. We got armored up, ranged only, and only common and rares. And we've only got earth, life, and death. These are the kind of rule sets that really hamper someone playing with just a purely modern deck like Geo. If you beat me, you definitely deserved it. This one, Geo.
Well, yeah. Don't know really. Let's. All right. Cool.
All right. Yeah, I'm submitted. But yeah, when you've only got modern cards, that's just like
It's a little bit rough.
really, it's really stripping the rule set right down. Like really stripping your options right down. Only ranged, only common and rare.
It's a
With
little.
a
Yeah.
high mana like that, that does, yeah.
Silo brought up a good point on his People's Guild episode, in that the triple rule set, when they brought that in, it really, really favored the bots, not the players, because so many factors to consider with 3 different rule sets and the cards available to you. The bots got that like that, whereas someone has to really think. And of course, if you're like me, you always forget one of the rule sets, and pay for it terribly. Yeah.
Wow. Well, howdy. Look at what we got here.
So we've gone in similar directions here, haven't we?
Yes, we have.
Let's just play.
Yeah,
I've
I'm
gone with a
happy.
modern summoner though. I noticed.
Well, it's high mana. I like the idea of a little bit of dodging. Yeah. I think it's 50-50
Oh no,
this one, to be honest.
not the not the blood.
Yeah, Bloodlust. What are the odds?
Oh no, what?
Why?
What? Get out of here.
Uh,
Why is my bloodlust going off? Oh no.
Yeah. Oh, that's funny.
Come on.
Yeah.
Miss
Come on.
bullshit.
I think you've got it, Gio.
No, we don't know yet. We
No,
don't
you've
know
got
yet.
it, man.
No, dude, look at that thing.
Yeah, but she's just going to sit up the front.
He's not
Yeah,
going to get
nice.
go. Yep, there you go. You've got it.
Yeah.
Great.
Well done.
Well done.
Beautiful.
Well done.
Thank you.
Well
Good
done.
work, man. Luck was
All
on my
right.
side, but you had better skills. Good work, man.
Yeah, just thank you.
So I'll send one to Gio.
Yes. I've been buying extra energy. Extra.
Is
Yeah,
it
extra
paying off,
energy.
or
Yeah.
you're considering that the purchase price for a Soulbound?
Yeah. Pretty much. I think it is paying off. I'm nearly at 100 season chest and I got 18 focus. It's more than what I would get. And I'm only spending like 500 credits per day to get that. But now I think the last few days I won't be doing that because the end of season chest is like you get a smaller amount since you're reaching like the cap or whatever it's called. I don't know
Yeah.
what it's called, but yeah, it's not as worthwhile, I should say.
So we got really crap here. We've got only 14 mana with Little League, no healing, and enraged.
It's rough.
It is
Pretty
rough.
Well, you know, I'm a big fan of Scavenger in Little League, especially when there's no healing.
Mm.
That's what I'll be looking at.
Don't give him it. Don't tell him that.
Well, I just lost that last match, so if he wants advice
From a
advice on how to lose to
loser.
you, advice on how to lose to Geo.
Oh mate, okay.
Surprised he hasn't muted me yet.
No, never.
How do you
Okay,
know we
well,
haven't?
I'm good. I'm putting it in. Oh,
Okay. You've gone for the lots of cards option.
yes. Well, I thought you were gonna go with Snake, so hmm.
A lot of fields to get through. It's gonna suck for my anticipated
Yeah,
bloodlust there right off the cuff. I thought
I think Geo's got
five.
this.
Yeah, I just thought 5 damage. At least I'm going to get my bloodlust in off the first one because with Little League, what's the chances he's going to have more than 5 health? But yeah, 3 shields. That's going to suck. Oh, I do have Shatter.
Not for long.
Oh.
Yeah. But who's going to go first? My Venari or Trap?
Your Venari and Trap will, and maybe my what's it called? That snake. Yeah, Uraeus.
Uraeus. Yeah.
And so
But Geo's Abuela,
yeah.
Grandma, Abdella, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to take out that weirding warrior,
Yeah.
and that's going to fuel the bloodlust, and things are going to get done real quick.
Who's going to go first? My Weeding Warrior or Arilla? So they're both 3.
No, my Uraeus will attack it first. We'll knock it
Oh,
out
of course,
first.
yeah.
Oh, they both
Yeah.
got Snake. Yeah.
Yeah, but one's got 4 speed. Yeah, we'll just play, I guess.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think this is yours, Geo.
Maybe.
Oh, that was nice. But,
Yeah, that
but
was
yeah,
handy.
there goes my shatter
Ouch.
ability's
That was a
gone.
miss.
Oh no. No.
Trap fell away.
It literally fell away.
Yeah.
It did. Okay.
Oh, cool.
Geo's holding the spot.
He's
Right,
the man to beat.
I'll send it to Matt, I guess.
Trap Falloway was my first gold gladiator, and I was like, epic. It's a gold epic, and it's my only gold, and this is great. And I've just never found a use for him. Sometimes I'll try him in like Melee Mayhem, but he just doesn't seem to. Okay, so we have Melee
Little
Mayhem.
League is good because that 5 damage, right off the cuff for Bloodlust, unless your opponent's got shields.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we've got Melee Mayhem, Target Practice. Everyone has Magic Reflect. Mana cap's 55, and the only splinters we have are Water, Life, and Dragon.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. Water Life Dragon. Yeah, I've submitted.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Matt, are you old enough to remember Catweasel?
Yep.
And your little goatee there reminds you of the Catweasel.
You'll keep.
Long before your time, Gio. The Catweasel.
Okay, let me bring it up for you. Okay,
Oh, we've both gone for taunt in the back place.
interesting.
Hmm.
Do you see the rule set, Bob?
Yep.
Yep. What do you
I
reckon?
don't have any. I don't,
Ice. What's his name? Ice Monster. Ice.
Frost Giant.
Frost Giant. Yeah, he's a prick.
Yeah,
He
that
beats
seems
everyone
really
up too.
annoying.
If you can stun Bacteria so he can't self-heal, that would be good. I still think it's going to be you though, Gio.
Oh, I don't know. Why don't we just play?
Yeah,
Why don't we just play it?
it's
Because
it'll be close. It'll depend how the stuns go. Frost
you're
Giant can
doing
stun.
heaps of damage. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Stuns
but
and
I'm seeing your Coastal Sentry in second position just to get all that extra damage. Like, yeah,
oh,
Oh, there goes Bacteria.
Yeah.
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 It's not often you get to see Bacteria leaving the field so early.
No, it wasn't Bacteria. That
Oh,
was
not
my
Bacteria, that
Wave Brood.
Wave Brood. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, ugly. Just ugly.
that's pretty nice.
It's going to be a
Outclassed.
flawless
Absolutely
victory.
outclassed. Yeah.
That is
This is
sick.
just for a dog.
That
And the trample. Oh, and you left my
Flawless
gladiator till
victory.
last.
Ah,
That's
Good
good.
work, man.
Thank you.
Masterclass.
That was a quick one I chose as well. Woo.
Yeah.
Someone's got it. You will take me down a notch. I have to because I'm starting to get a bit too. I'm feeling unstoppable here.
Yeah, no, that was some quality right there, man. That was great.
Do you know? I actually learned that that lineup from a bot from when I watched my bot play.
Yep.
Yeah. No shit. No shit. That's where I learned some of these plays. Not all, because I can't retain it all, but there's
That
some.
Wave Brood just went down so quick.
Eaten
couldn't believe
alive.
it.
Eaten.
So we've got Enrage again. No ranged, no healing again. So we had two of those three on my last game, but this time at least we got 99 mana, and we've got all. I was going to say splinters. Got it in the habit now of saying elements. All elements except life.
That is quite something. The healing's a bit annoying. I'd like it. I'd like some heal, to be completely honest with you. Oh, and no broken arrows, no ranged. Oh, that's
Yeah.
why I found it harder. I was like, wait, I want some. Nope. Nope.
You're a ranged fan, are you?
I am. Because the range has like Martyr, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you do
So
love your
good.
martyr.
Nowhere. Oh, you know what? You know what? This makes no sense, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
This is where he's gotten cocky.
No, not
Few wins
cocky.
under
It's
his
just
belt.
we have large amount of mana to use. So I'm like, can I try to uh, outlast with just
Don't
big things, right?
don't you know I'm loco?
All right. You sharing, Bob? Yeah.
Oh, you've gone with one snake. I nearly put Venari Knife on the end because I know you love your sneak, but you've only got one sneak card, so I'm glad I didn't. I went with Slipspawn instead.
Yes.
You know, I've never had much luck with Agor. He creams me every time I come against him, but when I use him,
Mm.
he just never works for me. We've both gone with
Well,
Controller.
maybe it's just about who gets Contralba off, and yeah.
Yeah, where the momentum goes. The problem is if Slipspawn's still around, Catrell will get a couple of bloodlusts and then just hit her all day and not get through her because
Silencing you
it's
twice,
force
and you
field.
are quite magic heavy.
Mm.
Oh.
That is very true.
And I'm going to be retaliating on your Carnage Titan. If you can hit me, I think I've got
Yeah,
a chance.
I think you do.
It's not going to be a massacre. I think I've
No.
got a chance.
Famous last words. It's not going to be a massacre.
Oh, why didn't I retaliate on the Carnage Titan? Oh, this is rigged.
Let's see what the Catrellas
Oh,
do.
ooh.
There we go.
Poison in on the slip spawn.
Oh, this is
Oh, finally a retaliate. It's just as he dies.
Oh, there we go. Ooh.
Come on, Controller, get one in. Get one in. Come on, Controller. Come on, Controller. Get one in.
It's over. It's over, man.
Oh no.
Bam.
I got robbed. Like, fair income square robbed.
oh, that was yeah, that was cool.
No, I was robbed. I want my money back.
Yeah.
I said the
Yeah.
man again.
Yeah. Send to Matt again. You got the same problem I have, Bob. There's two possible outcomes. I'm a genius, or that bastard there got lucky.
It's usually the latter, you know. So.
Yeah, Yo's got some
Okay.
RNG hack going.
Yeah. Agreed. So we got Scattershot, 15 mana, and only Fire, Death, and Dragon available.
15
Oh
mana.
no. Yeah, only 15. Can't say I'm. Yeah. I'm not all for this.
Let's do it.
Of course he has a
Let's do it.
15 mana. Oh, I'm actually feeling a bit nervous about this one. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I'm running you down, Geo. Hope you can feel my breath on the back of your neck.
I can't. I can't. Well, okay. I've put in. I've put in. Yo, stop it. Okay, I'm gonna share.
I'll fed you, bloomin'.
Yep. What do you
Arella,
guys reckon?
Abuela. I think you've got it, man.
Maybe, maybe not. You know, you do
Where'd
have
you
a
put the
gnarly.
where'd you put the chook in? That's a bit dangerous with gladiators.
I know. Yeah, I know.
And you've both done it. What
Well,
was
I
the
wasn't
logic
worried about
there?
control. I wasn't worried about control because green wasn't available. So I was like, well, we're fine. Yeah, I think Gio's got me here.
This is RNG, man. This is RNG City, so I'm gonna play it. Yeah,
That guy's
it is.
that Arella fella's just gonna wreck me. He's just gonna build up momentum, and just absolutely wreck me. I honestly thought, oh, cool, no Katrelba.
Piercing on the
Oh, yeah,
Forgotten One. Is that
yeah.
Forgotten One?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes. Brutal card, dude. I'm telling
yeah.
you, if you don't have one, get one.
I've got one. He needs leveling though.
All right.
Needs
Well,
leveling.
Now's the opportunity though to go in and level those cards that we haven't,
yes.
like
No, man.
while morale's low and
I, as you know, I dropped a lot of bank into cards, but the ones that I really need haven't come down.
Yeah, they're pricey. Well, I've been harping on about a Forgotten One for quite a while, I
yeah, you
think.
have.
Mm.
Yeah, there's
You
a
know,
lot of
I do
damage there,
have
especially
some
retaliate.
liquid hive left over. Maybe I should do
Just
that.
get level 5 at least, yeah, for gold. That's all. All right, so we got 36 mana, Briar Patch, Thorns, and Cripple. Well, shit. Gotta do this. Yeah, let's do that.
All right. For what it's worth.
But yeah, let's do this. Okay. Yeah, I've chosen. Oh, he's gone magic. Oh,
Take him down, Bob.
okay.
Forgotten One again. No
Oh man,
silence from Geo. Nice.
yeah, that's pretty brutal. That's gonna hit hard. Cause yeah, that's gonna hit hard. So that armor is gonna do nothing. You're just gonna eat through that. Like it's literally nothing. So
And I was
Yeah,
expecting
I'm
a
gonna.
tank. So I went
yeah,
with low speed so that he wouldn't attack. So Thorns is going to
hmm.
take your tank.
And you got force field. Oh god, yeah, okay. I'm probably
it's
done
Bob's.
for.
I'm reluctant
Yeah,
so reluctant to say it after last time. It was like, yeah, but
I know,
I'm
but
going to say it. I think I might have this.
Bob's just enjoying the anticipation.
yeah,
Just
no,
don't press the button and you never have to find out.
I think the magic's just probably gonna be too much.
Ooh, that hurt. I thought Lord A might last a little bit
Yeah,
longer.
force field.
The cripple is just devastating me though.
Yeah, it's done. Force field. It's literally, yeah. GG.
It's not over yet.
No.
No,
It's
Now it is. Now
you've
it
got it,
is.
Bob.
Yeah.
You got him.
no, it's definitely over.
Yeah.
No, great. That was a good solid play.
Yeah.
I should have known. I should have known, like Thorns. Okay, Bob's going magic, but I didn't think that. I thought, yeah, it slipped me.
I think we should watch this again. Just
Slow
No.
motion.
Verse Matt now. Use 2 verse.
All of next week's episode will just be us going through that match round by round.
All
It took you
right.
guys a while. Gee.
All right. Are you sending, Matt, or you want me to send? I'll send.
You can send. I need to get some sort of a semblance of victory tonight. Otherwise, I'm going to be, well, the loser who didn't get any victories.
All right.
Okay, so we have Lost Legendaries, everyone gets Enrage, and melee only.
Yeah, I don't have a go-to for that.
Let's try.
It must be so funny, like towards the second half, like people who actually reach this point, and there's just silence.
Maybe I need to get some like a crickets in
I
the
think you need
background, sort of
elevator music while we're
elevator
speaking.
music. Yes. I can alternate between the two, bit of
Yeah,
elevator
yeah.
music, some crickets.
That's good pondering time, because you hear the mana cap and rule sets and the available splinters, and you're thinking, okay, what direction would I go with this? And then you see the teams that are fielded and go, okay, well, that's a different direction to what I would have gone.
Fair point. Yeah, that's a good one.
All right.
Because when you guys were playing with the Baby Omega, it was good to watch the show as an actual outsider who wasn't there for taping it.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh no, not the llama. Oh
I
no.
was kind of
okay.
Oh, he's gone. Oh, you've done a Bob, Matt. You've put the Venari knife at the back.
No, well, I assumed that there would be sneak.
And there
Or it's
is.
got to be when it's
Yeah.
melee only, because it's got to be either
Yeah.
sneak or opportunity to play your cards.
So I'm thinking Thorns and Backfire should maybe do him some damage, and then I'm going to just melt his face off. Microdrelba's going to pick up some momentum with that Hardy Stonefish. I reckon I'm feeling good about this.
Unless I get some poison in early, because you got no you do have opportunity. Jeez.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
Vulture,
Yeah.
and he's got Scavenge too. Yeah, I kind of feel like,
Yeah.
I mean, you might take out my Brownie perhaps, which would hurt. But I'm not concerned about your Gladiator, because I think she's going to be too slow to hit an enraged Nectar Queen.
Browning's a
So-
scary one here, man. Supporting the rest with with melee
Yeah,
boost and
Brownie's
speed.
such a good card. Like, he's just Inspire and Swiftness. He and
Yeah.
Venari Knife go so well together. So yeah, I think this is one for me.
Yeah,
I just think
so
Katrelba
too.
Gobson's going to eat your team alive while you're trying to hit a Venari Knifer that's really, really difficult to hit.
Yeah. With the Venari Knife, it's always good to with a summon at least give him a couple of shields.
True. Yep.
But we'll see.
Oh, and that's if you hit him too. 'cause
Oh,
he's got
there goes
backfire.
Brownie. Yeah.
Yeah, backfire as well.
Yep.
Whoa, how did you hit? that Browning. Oh,
Yes, well, the opportunist, the DePlunker hit him.
Oh, what miss?
There's the backfire.
got-
yeah. To be fair, I'm surprised you got him at all.
Whoa, hang on, where'd my controller go? What's going on here? What's
It's-
going on here?
Oh no, no,
Oh,
no, no. Oh no, what a card to get last stand on. Oh,
Who
I
would have
reckon
thought
if
you?
last stand had been on any other card, I would have got that.
But
Oh,
what's
that's
strange is you got last stand on the first card. That's so wicked.
I was
The
sneaking
important thing is I
and doing
I
well.
pulled a victory out of tonight. Yeah, that was fun. That was good fun.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, my leader position didn't last long.
Well, I'll send to Matt, I guess. We still got
Yep.
7 minutes, 8 minutes or
Yep, time
7.
for one more. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, send to Matt.
No worries.
Yeah,
You
I
haven't
can't believe
beaten
how
Geo
quickly my
yet, have
control.
you, Matt?
No, can't
So
believe
you
how
need to
quickly
beat
my
Geo.
control Gubson died.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
fun.
on paper, Matt looks like it should have like smashed, like it should
Yeah.
have tore through, but you got good RNG because at one point you hit 11 speed monster with the 5 speed. And I thought that was with wings as well. That's really cool. You don't see that all the time.
Okay, so we have Earthquake, Enrage, and Weak Magic. 38 mana. Everything's available.
That's just wicked.
So Geo, you know Matt's going heavy on the snare.
Of course.
There's a snare in there.
Stop it.
Talking like, back to the old kiddies stuff that was banned, like, Captain Pug, Seaman Stains, Masturbates, Roger the Cabin Boy and all that. Even Play School. Open wide, come inside. Like,
100%. 100%.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I can't think straight. What's happening? What's going on? What's
Making excuses already. That's a good sign, Matt.
I am. I'm not liking this, but I've got to do something.
That's stuck in your head all night now.
Yeah, stop it. It's like my calming song at the moment.
Well, I'm good to go. I'm ready when you are, Geo.
Of course you are. Of course you are. Yeah, okay. Let's do it. Well. Well. What?
You finally got some Yamatas in there, Gio. You've had a
Yes.
Mata poor run this evening.
Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, okay. Shit. So what now? Like, I guess we just play or
I don't know. We've still got a few minutes, so
do 4 minutes. You have a Idri Fire, so your rest. So we're both playing taunts. Yours up front, mine at back. You got two snares.
I've
I got two
got scatter
snares.
shot though. I'm scatter shotting, so
Oh, wow. Oh, this is RNG Central.
yeah, it is. It really is. If I can strip a bit of flying off,
this is
really hit
reducing your range though. But it
Okay.
Yeah,
might
but
not
it's
be
the snare
enough
that's going to
because
do the damage.
Yeah, so if
I
it's
think
lucky,
I think you'll take it though, Gio. To be honest,
I
I
don't
think
know.
you.
I reckon if RNG really like works in your favor, you got it. But if you happen to hit like, the
Oh,
monsters that I don't
you
need
know
to,
what would
to
really suck,
boost.
Gio, with opportunity, is if they took out Controller before your Martyrs, because they're all 4.
Mm, yeah.
That would suck. Oh,
Okay.
but Matt doesn't have any opportunity.
He does.
Wow.
Yeah,
He's got.
my
Yeah,
martyr
yeah.
is
Mm-hmm.
Right, how
it's not my
about?
martyr, my gladiator, but he'll
Yeah,
go for the martyr card.
Let's do it. Well, what do you reckon?
yeah. Let's play it.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
But wouldn't it be great if the opportunity went for Controller before the Martyrs? That would be.
yeah. Man, this is
There's my
interesting.
Martyr.
There's the second hit, so we got some bloodlust on Katrelba,
Do
and now
lots
some
of
martyr damage. Yeah, what's my? There he is, and he stripped off flying. That's great. So the earthquake's done the damage, but Katrelba's still scary. Very scary. Very scary.
No! What? What is happening? What's going on?
Well done, Gio. Well done.
Oh, wow.
Wow!
Controller.
What the?
That
What
got
was
crazy.
that? What was
That's
it?
good, man.
What
How
happened?
is she only a common card? I've said it
Yeah.
100 times, but how is she only a common card?
Yeah.
I told you,
Good
man,
game, man.
RNG. Because you, first off, you hit my 2 martyr cards. Like they died quicker because of that. And I guess Idri Fire, because they directed the attack, had reflect back onto the martyrs, and that really sealed the
Yep.
deal.
Yeah.
And Snare was the MVP. Because Katralba, the busted B, she has Snare. So those 2 quick cards you had up front that would have,
Yep.
that would have dodged anything, couldn't.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
Again,
All
Agreed.
right.
Good game, man.
Katralba's
So-
not good.
Once again, I just got robbed blind throughout this, apart from one game where the RNG didn't actually play a part in the game. It was pure skill, and the rest of it was just RNG debauchery.
There was 2 nail biters, man. Your game with Matt, and I had one with Matt too. All close, all like, where's this going? So no, this was
So
probably one
thanks
of
for
the best
joining
battles.
us on episode 91. We will see you next week for 92. And for the Thelemites, 93 comes after 92. Thanks for joining us. I'm Bob Fett. Peace out.